Okay, welcome back to this second part of the operations on fractions, addition and subtraction. Sorry that the videos have been a little bit too long, but I know that a lot of you guys have probably seen some of this fraction stuff before, and so I'm sort of trying to compress them down a bit, but I'm aware that if they're getting a bit long, I will try and chop them in smaller pieces for you. Okay, so we saw in our last video the way that we can work things with addition, and I'm going to show you now some examples using subtraction. Okay, so as we've been doing, fractions can be simplified using subtraction. Okay, so if we have here 4 over 5 minus 2 over 5, now here we have a same denominator. So we're allowed to go ahead with things. So 4/5 minus 2/5. Now, as I said before, the denominator here is 5, so the denominator here is also going to be 5. Okay, super important. Now we just subtract the tops. We'll subtract numerators, so we have 4 minus 2, and 4 minus 2 is 2, and so we end up with 2/5. Now, as before, some of the misconceptions that I've seen is that sometimes you'll see students go 4 over 5 minus 2 over 5 equals 4 minus 2 is 2 over 0, maybe. I mean, this is even undefined. We can't do this. So that's the incorrect way of going about it. Okay, so please remember our denominators need to stay the same when we are adding and subtracting. Okay, next one, we've got a different denominator again. Now, so we've got 5 over 6 minus a quarter. Now, remember, as I was saying before, that sometimes it's going to be easier to make sure that we end up with our lowest common multiple as our denominator. So, with a little bit of work or a bit of thought, you can realize that the LCM for these two numbers is actually 12. Even though 6 times 4 is 24, we do have a lower common multiple in 12. So we should be making these to get to over 12. So to get 6 to become 12, it's going to be times by 2, times by 2, 4 gets times by 3, times by 3. And our new fractions are going to be 10 over 6, 10 over 12, minus 3 over 12. Now, as I've been saying before, the way that I'm showing you things in the video is the way that I expect it to sort of turn up in your workbooks and in your exams and any kind of study, any kind of assignments you do. This is the way that I expect it to be, okay? I'm always trying to show you what I think is the most efficient and correct method for you to do, and the one that will get you the least errors in the end, okay? So please make sure that you follow these steps. Okay, so because our denominator is 12, we know that the answer's denominator is going to be 12, and we now subtract our numerators. 10 take 3 is 7 over 12. Can these be simplified? No, they cannot, because 7 and 12 are relatively prime. Okay, let's have a look at this last one. Again, it's involving a mixed number. Now, there are a couple of ways you can go about this, and I probably should have shown this in that last insane example from the addition. So I could rewrite this as 2 plus 3/4 minus 7/6. Okay. Now, it can get a little bit insane no matter how you paint this. So I recommend that we just sort of convert everything over to improper fractions and go from there. So let's have a look at it that way. Okay. So rather than using this method, we're going to go convert things. So 2 3/4 is going to become, it's going to be over 4 still. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3 is 11. And 7 over 6, don't need to worry about that. So our new expression to work out is going to be 11/4 minus 7/6. Okay, again, 4 and 6, we know our lowest common multiple is 12. Obviously, it's not always going to be that way, but when you figure things out, maybe try and keep it programmed in your brain so that you can sort of quickly recall those ideas. So we're going to end up with 33 over 12 minus 14 over 12. And we know the result is going to be over 12.
and we have 33 minus 14, which is equal to 19 over 12. Okay, and there's our answer. If you had to put this in mixed numbers, well, let's have a go at that. So 12 goes into 19 once with 7 remainder. There we go, 1 and 7/12. Okay, so there's plenty of ways that you can sort of go about these, and really they're all going to end up in the same result. And so it's just up to you which way kind of works the best for you, which one more importantly gets you the least errors, and that you're able to communicate the best to me in an exam or assessment situation. Okay, so there'll be a couple of exercises that sort of match up with these two videos. Sorry I had to break it in half, but I'm sure you probably prefer that than having to sit there for maybe 20 minutes with one video. Okay, so please, any questions, any issues, come and see me straight away at school. All right, thanks.